Maria felt the sting of the words, "just a maid," echoed in her ears. Every morning before sunrise, Maria silently slipped into the big house. Her hands were rough and gnarled from scrubbing floors, and the weight of endless chores bore heavily on her back. But in her tired eyes burned a dream for her only child, Daniel. She dreamt of him one day standing tall in a graduation gown, in the grand halls of the manor where she worked. No one knew about her secret desire, or the nights she spent sitting by a single candle, carefully mending his torn uniforms. No one knew how many times she counted her coins, whispered to herself, "just a little more," and saved every penny so her son would have the best books for school. The world saw her as just a maid, nothing more. They sneered and said, "Why should we care?" But deep in her heart, she carried an unshakable hope, a flickering flame that refused to be extinguished. Life, however, was a raging storm that beat relentlessly on her frail hopes. Her employers often barked orders at her, treating her like a dog rather than a human being. The neighbors cast scornful glances her way, and even some of her relatives mocked her dreams for Daniel. "Why waste your hard-earned money on schooling? He'll end up like you, working for Madame Eva as a lowly servant," they'd say dismissively. But Maria never offered a response. She had her answers penned in an old leather journal, her secret companion. On its yellowed pages, she poured out her soul, chronicling her fears, her sacrifices, and her unwavering promises to her beloved son. Daniel grew up, cherishing his mother, yet oblivious to the battles she fought on his behalf. He only saw her gentle smile when she handed him the money for new books or supplies. Never did he know the nights his mother went to bed hungry to ensure he wouldn't go without. He saw the pride in her eyes when he aced exams, but never the silent tears she cried when his father, who had abandoned them long ago, failed to fulfill his responsibilities. His mother's strength seemed boundless. Even when illness struck, she pushed through. "Just a little cold, son. Don't worry," she'd say, waving away his concerns. She never allowed him to witness her coughing through the nights or the growing frailty in her steps. She was a fortress shielding him from the world's harshness, even as she crumbled within. Years flew by like the pages in Maria's journal, each crease and stain telling a silent testament to her undying love. And then finally, the day arrived, the culmination of her sacrifices, her son's graduation. The dream she had held onto, the one that had sustained her through all the hardships, was finally within reach. The night before the ceremony, Maria, with hands that trembled slightly, ironed her son's graduation shirt and tucked a small envelope into the collar. In her journal, her final entry read, "Tomorrow my son will walk across that stage. I may not be there beside him, but my love will forever be with him." Little did Daniel know that this would be their last entry together. Maria's fragile body had endured its share of battles, and that night it gave up. In her sleep, she slipped away, leaving behind a legacy of love that transcended even death. The next morning, Daniel awoke to the news of his mother's passing. Grief threatened to consume him, yet he knew he had to be strong, not just for himself, but for her. After all, she had faced all those challenges to see this day. He stood among his peers, a picture of composure and grace, though his heart was heavy with sorrow. During the ceremony, His gaze swept across the crowd, searching for his mother's face, the one that had cheered him on through thick and thin. But she was not there. When the ceremony concluded, he noticed an old leather bag lying on a seat, one that looked like his mother's. He sat down, his fingers tracing the familiar shape. As he opened it, his eyes fell upon the worn journal. His hands trembled as he reached for it, and when he opened it, Maria's words washed over him, striking him to the core. I may wear a maid's uniform, but my son will wear a graduation gown. Every coin I count is not for me, but for his education. Every book I buy is not for myself, but for his future. Every dream I hold is not for my sake, but for his tomorrow. Tears blurred his vision as he turned the brittle pages. Each word seared into his memory like a brand. He read about the sleepless nights, the hunger, the pain, and the quiet dignity his mother had upheld all those years. Between the pages lay the envelope he had seen earlier. With shaking hands, he tore it open, revealing the contents, a stack of well-worn bills. His mother's life savings. It was enough to cover his tuition fees for the next semester and more. In that moment, the sacrifices of a lifetime became real, tangible, and touching. Daniel closed the journal, clutching it to his chest. Though his mother was gone, her spirit soared with his. As he walked onto the stage to receive his diploma, he held the journal close. His voice resonated through the hall, echoing with emotion as he spoke. This is my true diploma, not the paper they gave me, but the sacrifices of my mother, written in every page. A hush fell over the audience. Professors, students, even the stern-faced dean wiped away tears. Some scoffed, thinking it a foolish speech, but most understood. Maria's love, though unrecognized in life, thundered louder than any applause in death. Daniel placed the worn journal on the podium. My mother dreamed of this day, a day when her son would rise above his circumstances, proving that dreams know no bounds. This is for you, Mama, wherever you are. I know you're watching, smiling down on me. As the applause erupted, shaking the foundations of the hall, Daniel knew his mother was there in spirit, her love a guiding light that illuminated his path forward. He had lost his biggest supporter, his rock, but he was determined to make her proud. Each step he took, each challenge he overcame, was a testament to her enduring love and sacrifice. Later, as he stood among the throng of well-wishers, Daniel's cousin approached him, her eyes filled with understanding. She extended the worn leather journal, offering it back to him. It's time, Daniel. You must keep these memories close. Cherish them, for they are the threads that weave the tapestry of your life. Daniel accepted the journal, its weight a reminder of the shoulders he now had to carry. I won't forget, he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. She gave me life, then showed me its meaning. How could I ever forget? He paused, then added, and thank you for bringing her to me. As the crowd dispersed, carrying with them snippets of laughter and congratulations, Daniel sat down, opening the journal to a fresh page. With a trembling hand, he wrote, To my beloved mother, wherever you are, I feel you. Your love is my compass, your sacrifice my strength. Today, I take the first step on my journey, not alone, but with you by my side, always. He signed off with a teary-eyed drawing of a heart. In that quiet corner, amidst the echoes of the celebration, Daniel promised his mother he would live up to her sacrifice. He would honor her memory not with words, but with deeds, proving that her love had been the greatest gift of all. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows as evening descended. Yet within the heart of the old house, a faint glow emanated from Daniel's room, the glow of determination ignited by a mother's unwavering love. And so the tale of Maria, the maid, and her son Daniel became a whisper in the wind, a testament to the power of a mother's love. For in the grand tapestry of life, it's the simple threads, the acts of kindness and sacrifice, that become the most enduring design. Maria might have been gone, but her presence lingered, a soothing balm on her son's journey through life. Daniel knew, deep within his soul, that his mother's love was his greatest asset, her sacrifices, the foundation on which he would build his future. Every time he faced a challenge, every time he achieved a milestone, he heard her voice echoing, urging him onward. "You can do it, Daniel. I believe in you." And he did. He lived, he learned, he grew, honoring his mother's memory with each passing day. The Maid's Hidden Journal, a silent sentinel of their story, remained by his side, a constant reminder of where he came from and the extraordinary woman who loved him beyond measure. Years rolled by, each season painting new hues on the canvas of Daniel's life. Yet through it all, the essence of his mother's love remained constant. He had become the embodiment of her dreams, her quiet strength, her indomitable spirit. And so the legacy of Maria, the maid, lived on in her son, a living, breathing tribute to a mother's unparalleled love.